I don't give a love a fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love a fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Oh, fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad at this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, go through the baddest conditions. I'm fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Vladimir, nigga. She know I'm a prophet, she got to be listening. I ain't having that shit till I go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' the different breed of black men. We don't do the back thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We sticking up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Go get you some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we soldier. You can take that to the bank, we focus on how many times must we remind you? One body, one way, some rank. I would never take up as a place. When the law with you ain't no up next. It's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh, Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit, we want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on, the commanding general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine, that's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better have the women, have the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in here with me. We in the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian, we ain't just talking shit. But we living in it, we be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we professional with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. But business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I send with the gun with the slide on. Real, I get the order, you know that it's long. See me and my niggas gon' die. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like bitch or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on, the commanding general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all don't fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. Understand me? Like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey. That's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Oh. Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. One West, nigga. Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. Nigga can't have more than you know them niggas will still hate you. Damn. Those are characteristics in a pussy nigga nature. Talk that shit behind my back, but be on mute when it's a facial. Smiling in my face, but you can't hide all that hatred. I'm too silent, you a snake. I see that shit a mile away. Man of war, and I'm not sorry, blame that shit on you, PK. Puss ass nigga, you a puss ass nigga. Oh, you can into me. Ooh, hey, this that one Westworld shit right here. Think I ain't got the bitch on me, you tripping, homie, that bitch right here. Brown liquor, don't slip that clip. Cloud of vision, let's get shit clear. I ain't even fuck around, homie, put the crown on me, yeah, this my year. Yeah. And I do this shit for my niggas who solid. I ain't resent for I truly acknowledge you ain't in this truth and you ain't in this body, cause bitch, you want body. We see it coming cause we really prophets. Oh, want you about it, but you didn't stop it. A hard head make a soft fast. I guess that's why you soft with your soft bag. Hood nigga that can outclass bougie bitches who talking about class. Soon as you cut a motherfucker, they be like, why you talking to me like that? Valuable lesson. Before you judge, I will check the reflection. Real love is correction. Real love is perfection. Ain't a flaw in it. This is raw business. Brotherhood is a weapon. Fuck around and get stepped on. Try to step. Watch how you step. Fuck around and get stepped on. Try to step. Watch how you step. 10 times out of 10 when we get it in, nigga, it's a win. If you ain't in the UPK, then nigga, it's a sin. Cause it's only one body, one truth, nigga, one spirit, yeah, one God. But when the shit hit the fan, pussy nigga ran, they got in the win. When niggas saying he was down, really the nigga switch. Niggas saying he around for you, really the nigga snitch. Really the nigga quit, hey, really the nigga bitch. Yeah, and I'm just telling you the truth about it, this ain't even a diss. Yeah, this how them niggas be acting. Talking that shit like they really be about it, but when it come down to the action, that's when you find out that they lacking. That's when you find out that they acting. And fucking with my niggas, it's a sure way to end up in the casket. Bitches us against the masses. I don't mind getting dirty, but watch how I clean it up when it get nasty. I lift that Nina up and get the flashing, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Yeah. Oh, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Borders of blue and friendship for the fashion. Yeah. You understand me? We standing tall on what we believe in. Yeah. Either you stand on something or you fall for anything. Believe that. Look. And if you standing on the wrong thing, you falling anyway. One West.
So, yeah. Yeah. Hello, Israel. This is the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York in 1969. This is the ISUPK Nashville Wednesday night law class, and I am precinct officer Zabak Yasharali. And the topic that I'll be talking about tonight is that, you can't live a lawless life and serve the Most High. And to give y'all a better understanding of the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, we're not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group. For we are the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter. 1969. It started with us. We are not affiliated with no Egyptology, Scientology. We're not affiliated with that more science. We're not affiliated with no Christianity. We're not affiliated with what? The Seventh-day Adventists. We're not affiliated with nothing but this truth. And touch on this topic. A lot of people think that by them going into a church on Sunday, putting money in this trap house, they think that it's all right. You done. Oh yeah, by the way, oh, the screen is frozen. Oh, okay. hold on. Salaki, hold on. Salaki, y'all, real quick, if y'all could put a one in the chat if it's Tawab, put a two if it's not. Uh, Let me check if it's YouTube, Facebook. Let me check it out with you. Give me 1 second. They put two, I got two in one. Okay. I get enough. That. So I can get second. All right. Let's just buffer it. They put two, I got two in one. Okay. Okay. Get low. Okay. Just buffer it. Give me 1 second. I can get tested. I buffer it. They put two, I got two in one. I think you to Wob now. Okay. Salaki. Should be to Wob, and I'll keep it out. Salaki Israel. I guess to all those that are checking in, if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat. But back to what I was saying. Living a lawless life, it's impossible. It's impossible because there's no way that you can do the things that is of this world and think that you still serving the Most High. I mean, especially for Christianity, they'll go step foot in the church, do a little song and dance, for the brothers, they would uh, put on their best suit. For the women, put on the nice biggest hat, the best dress that they could find, and you know, for however long they sitting in this building. Once out of the building, they going back to doing what they do. They going back to do what they do. But Christianity has become $1 billion business. It has become $1 billion business. It's no way that you can, and I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna give you some examples. It's no way that you can celebrate Christmas and think that you're serving the Most High. It's no way that you can celebrate your birthday and think that you're serving the Most High. It's no way that a man can sleep with his brother's wife and think that you is serving the Most High. It's no way that a woman can go and sleep with another woman's husband and think that she is serving the Most High. It's no, that's insane. That's insane because you, you know, that's just the tip of the iceberg. So now you are doing the things that is of this world. So as far as you think that you serving the Most High, nah, you're really serving yourself. You're really serving the things that is of this world because the things that is of this world has now become your God. You know, the Most High said you can't even serve two masters because you're gonna love the one, you're gonna hate the other. You're gonna love the one, you're gonna hate the other, and it's no way possible that it's no way. You know, it's no way that a man could go out here and sleep with multiple women and then call himself going and think that he's serving the Most High. There's no way that a woman can go and sleep with multiple men and think that he is serving the Most High. Especially Yahweh chosen people. And when I say Yahweh chosen people, I'm talking about the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian. It is no way on the face of this earth that you can do the things that is of our oppressor, that is of our enemies, and think that you are serving the Most High. There's no way. And I gotta say this. I gotta say this. A lot of people, a lot of people have come up against the ISUBK, but here in the ISUBK, we are the only priests and prophets that is of the Most High that is teaching you the words of the Most High. The things that we say, people want to battle us, but here in the ISUBK and the Commander General Hunter, we know that we be fighting against certain demons. We know. But y'all ain't never heard the things that we say. Y'all just don't take time out to listen to us, especially our people that battle against us. And then you wonder why when you be seeing these devils bowing down, kissing our feet, y'all don't understand that. Y'all do not understand that. But the thing that when y'all see that, that is biblical. That is biblical. That is of the Most High. That is of the Most High. And y'all don't get that. Y'all don't get that. Y'all don't even get the fact that y'all see us reading from a Bible. Y'all don't get that. But y'all will sit and listen to TD Jakes when TD Jakes be making it sounds good to a itching ear. And when I say an itching ear, he'll make it sound good that God loves everybody. God has a purpose for your life. This and that and the third, this and that and the third. Why these people have became millionaires off of you. Off of you. But TD Jakes had to answer to somebody too. He had to answer to somebody too. Because his oppressor is a so-called white man. And I'm talking about the devil that the Bible speaks of. But they have made him a millionaire. They have. But he is also a puppet. He is also a puppet because they got strings on him. And they the one controlling the strings. They the one controlling the strings. But still, yet and all in all, he is not going to tell you the truth of the Bible. He is not going to tell you the words of the Most High. So he makes it sound good to an itching ear, not a listening ear, to an itching ear. Somebody that's quick to fall a victim when they hear that God loves everybody. God has a purpose for you. When they hear that, yo, God told me to tell you this, like, yo, stop. And they make it sound so good. I'm talking about they make the lie sound so surreal. They make the lie sound so surreal to the fact that you know, and our people, especially God's chosen people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American man, woman, we be going through so much till there be so much oppression, there be so much turmoil, till when we go in these Christian churches, we be looking for a way out. We be looking for an answer. We be and they know the things to say to make you comfortable. They know a lot to get you because they have them been doing it for so many years till they know exact sentences to say. They know exact sentences to say. Shalaka. They know exact sentences to say. They know how to talk to you, when to talk to you. They know they've been doing it for so many years. You know what I'm saying? A common, how can I say this? A person that knows how to lie, he don't do nothing but perfect the lie. He gonna perfect the lie. A person that is smooth at being crafty, you can only the more you do it, the better you gonna be at it. The more you do it, the better you gonna be at it. But when it comes to the ICPK and the Commander General Hunter, and we telling y'all how to fix yourself, thus saith the Lord, we telling you how to be a better man, to be a better woman, to be a better brother, to be a better sister, how to raise up your child in the ways that the Most High said, how to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. For some of those that don't get it, only thing I can say is that the Most High is not dealing with you. But for those that do get it, you're right, sis. The Lord don't like a liar. He doesn't. He doesn't. I'm talking about he hates a liar. But for the ones that have came into this truth, listen, that's the best thing they could ever have done for themselves. That is the best thing that they could have ever done for themselves because not only have you became a better person by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, you know how to serve the Most High. You know how to serve the Most High according to how He say serve Him. Not by running up and down in a church, you shouting till you falling down, the man come and touch you on your forehead, you shivering and all that. Like, yo, come on, man. Come on. These people got certain people that they could look at and the trick bag is so surreal that the preacher he get to holler, he moving, he going back and forth. He got this little the little handkerchief in his hand, he wiping himself, and he I said I'm Lord playing for muscle. He he has certain people that on every give any given Sunday, Salaki, any given Sunday that he'll look at them and they're gonna take off. They're gonna take off. They're gonna put on a show. The bigger the church, the greater the amusement gonna be. The greater the amusement gonna be. And they don't do nothing to better our peoples. They don't do nothing to better our peoples. They'll have you thinking that the Most High then told the preacher something to tell you directly, and this and that and the third, when everything you need to know from the Most High is in the Bible. Everything that you need to know from the Most High is in the Bible. The Most High just ain't gonna single this one man out just to talk to you. Just this my thing. This my thing. If the Most High told him to tell you, then where does the Bible come into play at? I mean, that's just me. Because if the pastor gonna sit and tell you, and he telling you this every so often, he keeps saying this, and I done heard this, I done like, hey, I know I'm not the only one, because if anybody that's listening to the sound of my voice, if you ever been in a Christian church, or you ever been around somebody that is in Christianity, they quick to say this here. God told me to tell you this. God said this. God told me this. But you was not coming from out the Bible. You mean to tell me God gonna use you? And okay, if God using you, then what? Like I say, this is me. If God using you as a mouthpiece, then where does the Bible come into play at? Because every so often that you get a chance, you always saying this, and you're not taking people to the Bible. Let's see, they say it all the time. They say it all the time. Sis, I mean, they don't. They don't have no scripture to back up what they're saying. Because this is my thing, sis. Listen to what I'm saying. If they are always telling you that the Most High said this, the Most High said for me to tell you this, where does the Bible come into play at, sis? Because everything that the Most High is saying to you is in the Bible. Because if that was the case, them same preachers, listen to me, sis, them same preachers that would tell you that God said for me to tell you this, why don't they tell them ones that is sitting in the church that's sleeping with another man, that woman sleeping with another woman? Why don't he tell them that we not celebrating no more man-made holidays? If he gonna say something that God said, why don't they do the Passover? Why don't they keep the high holy days? Why is it that they are celebrating every man-made holiday? Let me see what you said. You said most definitely, but they never have scripture behind it. And they always talk about somebody moving, or they talking about finance. They never preach about the generation of the love the Christ. Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah. All right, so now we on point. Now we on point. Now you got it. But this the thing. You have some people that have been in Christianity so long till that's their outlet. I'm not gonna sit here and say that's all they know. That's all they want to do because they comfortable. Because all they gotta do is just come in this building. I call them trap houses. Go in there, pay some money, uh, get recognized for paying a certain amount of money. Then next thing you know, once they leave out this trap house, they go back to doing what they've been doing. They go back to being the sinner that they was. Even if they call themselves getting baptized, guess what? You go down in this water as a sinner, you come up as a wet sinner. When you dry off, you still a sinner. You still doing what you've been doing. You still doing what you've been doing. But this is the thing. Like I tell people, y'all want to sit and argue with the priests and prophets of the Lord, of the ISUPK, and we tell you the things that is in the Bible. We telling you the things that is in the Bible. We giving you precepts upon precept. So how is it that you can sit and listen to Joel Osteen for 2-3 hours? This man don't This man can't even give you out of 2-3 hours. This man can't even give you like 4 scriptures. This man can't even give you 3 precepts. But you will sit like with TD Jakes. You will sit and listen to him and thinking that he is telling you this and that and the third. It's to me, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. People have done seen the downfall that have done been displayed under Christianity, and y'all will sit and say that it's the, you know, it's the person that have done this and done that. But it gotta be you gotta look at the bigger picture for what it is. Christianity is a joke. Christianity don't help people. Christianity don't do nothing for people. Only thing Christianity do is tap your pockets. You know, going in these trap houses. Going in these trap houses. This is what it reminds me of. Going in these trap houses remind me of going into New York. You got to pay to go in New York, and you got to pay coming out of New York. You got to pay to go in the trap house. You you got to pay while you sitting there. You paying for these lies, and you gonna pay before you leave. And you just going back. You know what I'm saying? You just going back doing what you've been doing. You just going back doing what you've been doing. But I'm gonna give you some precepts on some things that's dealing with a lawless life. And people come up against the ISUBK, but listen, the Most High has ordained the Most High has ordained the ISUBK. The ISUBK was established under the Most High, by way of the Most High. The Most High got his hands on the ISUBK. And I thank the Most High for Commander General Yohana. I thank Yahweh for Commander General Yohana for not turning his back. This man has never dropped a sword. This man hasn't been through it. You know, if the Most High see fit, I would love to just to sit and talk with Commander General Yohana. Just, I wouldn't care if it was number for like 15 seconds. You know, because you talk about a mighty man, yeah, a mighty man. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I'm talking about from him on down to all the rest of the generals, all the captains. You know, it's an honorable thing to be in the ISUBK and the Commander General Hunter. Sus, what you said, did I hear what Marvin Sapp said close? Yeah, yeah, he did. Marvin Sapp said close the doors. That man got 40,000. 40,000. By just saying close the door and kept the people in there. That was crazy though. But you know, there's more to come to that. There's more to come to that. I mean, he's not gonna stop. But you gotta look at it like this here too, sis. Look at who he worked for. He worked for devils. He worked for our oppressor. I mean, they trained him good. They trained him good. So they're not gonna let him, you know, when they send him out to go get money, he's not gonna walk away from that. He is not gonna walk away from that. He gonna go get that money. That's why he made it a must that, and this right here was said, close the doors. Close the door. But you know, amongst other things, he ain't no we don't know all that was said, but what was so heavy that this part was close the doors. Close the doors, yeah. That was crazy. Yeah, that was wild. I don't see how somebody cannot. I mean, me being in the truth, I don't see the purpose of even going in this building. I don't. I mean, I haven't seen nobody prosper yet. Not but the people that holding the microphone and the ones that's collecting the money. Not even the one that's collecting the money. Let me say this correctly. For the people that is receiving the money, like on a early Monday morning, the banks that this money is going to, those are the ones that are profiting from that. Those are the ones that are profiting from that. So, it's crazy. But that's why it is a must that if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, man, woman, and child, it is a must that you come and keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And the only way that you're going to learn how to do this is in the ISUPK under Commander General Young. You're not going to learn this nowhere else. You is not going to learn this no other place. You is not going to learn this. Like, you can't go to Islam. You can't go to Buddhism. You can't go. No. No. This is the only place that you're going to get it. This is the only place that you is going to understand these laws that are in the Bible. This is the only place that you're going to know how to serve the Most High correctly, the way He said. Not listening to somebody that's tapping your pockets every Sunday. It's Christianity is $1 billion business. $1 billion business. $1 billion business. I'm talking about these people that is really over that. People is billionaires like 8 times over. 8, 9 times over. I said that back with Salaki. But I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna give you some precepts though. I'm gonna give you some precepts and shed some light on like living a lawless life. Living a lawless life. Uh in the Apocrypha and Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. It says that this is the book of the commandment of God and the law that endures forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Being in the truth, it's an honorable thing. It's an honorable thing. And leaving the truth is consequences. That ain't no different if let me say it, let me say it like this. You being in the truth, the Most High God, the truth has chosen you. So you being in the truth, you doing what the Most High say do, you keeping His law, statutes, and commandments. The Most High will bless you. Your blessing will be a protection because the Most High have called you from out of the world and call you to keep His law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, you go outside of that, it's like you turn your back on the Most High. It's no different than you being in the house with your father and your mother. and they have been gave you rules. They have been gave you rules. What is this? Salaki Israel. Nah. So, like I was saying, your father and mother, they have gave you rules. Okay. For whatever reason, you don't want to abide by your father and mother rules. So you call yourself you running away. Guess what? Eventually, by you running away, you're gonna run into so much turmoil. You is going to run into so much turmoil. And even if your father and mother wasn't even in the truth, but still yet they are together and they have rules, because by them having rules, they are raising you the best that they know how. So they're not gonna let you think that you run in the house, this and that and third. No. So they giving you instructions. So now you feel like, yo, I'm puffing your chest out. For some reason you don't want to listen. Okay, you leave. Guess what? You're gonna run into turmoil. You was going to run into turmoil. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to return back to where you left from. If you make it. If you make it. It's no different than being in the truth. You leave out of this truth, you will be walking away from the Most High. And what better protection? Listen, I don't know nobody that can protect you like the Most High. For real. I don't know nobody that can protect you like the Most High. I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody. I think I have. I'm gonna give you a preset. Let's see, let's see. So it's a must. You have to listen to the Most High. The Most High know better for you than you know for yourself. The Most High know better for you than you know for yourself. So it's a must that you do listen. Because by you listening, you also learn the discipline. You learn how to receive instructions. And and you just learning how to be being what the Most High has planned for you. Being what the Most High has planned for you. So you can't listen to the things that is of this world. Because the things of this world, they will run you in a rabbit hole so deep that you don't even know the beginning to the end. And you would think that you doing something just off of a feeling. Just off of a feeling. And it's not. And it's not. But even down in like when it comes to these laws, even Christ said that the laws that the Most High gave to us, even Christ said that these laws are not done away when they tell you in the Christian church that these laws are done away with. Because the precept I gave you, I'm gonna give you a precept to Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. Salaki. Even though, and like I said, if you've been in a Christian church, you done heard them say that the laws are done away with. You have done heard, I don't care, the deacon, bishop, the reverend, the preacher, the pastor, whatever banner They call themselves to be up under. They have them said this. They have them said this, that the laws are done away with. But when you look at Matthew chapter 5 and verse 17, and this is written in red, so just let you know that this is Christ talking. When he said that, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill, means to carry it out. So this is, they will tell you in Christianity that the law is done away with, but they don't show you. But see, here in the ISUPK, we tell you that the law is not done away with. And we show you. We show you. So when Yahushua, who the world calls Christ, when Yahushua was on the scene, he came to fulfill the law. He was telling you of the law. He was giving you the law, statutes, and commandments. He was telling people how to serve the Most High. He never came on the scene and said that the law's done away with. He never. But you would never hear this being read in a Christian church. Even if somebody was to take this to whatever banner these dudes be falling up under, evangelist, pastor, preacher, reverend, bishop, deacon, whatever. They would tell you that, how they be saying this about the interpretation? That's the wrong interpretation. They'll tell you that. They'll tell you that. Instead of them acknowledging that, hold up. Instead of them telling the truth, they're gonna try to steer you to the left, spin you. They're gonna try everything within their power to get you off of knowing that this is here, this is in the Bible. A lot of things they're gonna tell you, nah, they're not gonna tell you. They're not gonna tell you. Because at the end of the day, it goes back to them telling a lie, and that's messing up their money. That is messing up their money. So I'm gonna go to Proverbs. Chapter 6 and verse 23. Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 23. It says, for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is a light, and reproofs. Reproofs means instructions. Hold up. Salaki. Reproof means correction of instructions or the way of life. Or the way of life. So now I'm gonna go back to like Baruch, when the Most High said that this is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endures forever. It endures forever. So if the law endures forever, how man gonna come back and tell you that the law is done away with? But I'm gonna go to another precept. Like when you look at 118, Psalms 118 and Psalms 118 and 8. And the Most High said, it is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in the man, because the Most High said his words goes out and never come back void. Plus he tells you that he is not the author of confusion. So how is it that the Most High said that this is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endures forever? It ain't no expiration date on forever. So if the Most High saying something, that's what it is. That's what it is. Even down to these so-called females that call themselves, I'm not going to exclude them, They call themselves preachers, ministers, whatever little title they go up under. In the next verse, in Psalms 118 and verse 9, the Most High say, it is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes. So when it comes to Paula White, Juanita Bynum, I'm Shirley Caesar, Joyce Meyer. I be calling Joyce Meyer. They ain't gonna lie to you because it's all about money for them. It's all about money for them. They'll tell you can't be perfect. That's a whole nother lie. That's a whole nother lie. So now, let me go back to this right here. The 6 and 23, Proverbs 6 and 23. But I'm gonna finish up this Baruch 4 and 1. All they that keep it shall come to life. All they that keep it shall come to life. So now when you look at Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 23, it says, for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproof of instructions, are a way of life. So if somebody correcting you, if somebody telling you that, hey, listen, sis, stop going out here giving your body to all these men. Telling the brother, listen, man, you don't have to be out here doing drugs. You don't have to be out here selling drugs. You don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like if somebody telling you the things that is of the Most High and what the Most High said, they ain't doing nothing but correcting you. They ain't doing nothing but correcting you. And correction of instructions or the way of life. There's nothing wrong with being corrected because if a person can't receive instructions, there's something really wrong with them. Something is really wrong with them. So you should be able to, plus you should not want to, it's like something in my eye. Plus you should not even want to live like that no more. It's like, you should not even want to live like that no more. You know? Like it comes a point in time in your life that you should get tired. Like, yo, I'm tired of going through these changes. I'm tired of going through the turmoil. I'm tired of this happening. I'm tired of that happening. You know, even though we look at, wicked people, and we be saying to ourselves that, and when I say we, I'm talking about God's chosen people. I'm talking about so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. When we look at wicked people and we look at them and we know that these people are wicked, and we see like, wow, they have them prospered. But you know, the Most High said it best. He said, even though hand join the hand, the wicked, the wicked should not go unpunished. The wicked should not go unpunished. You know what I'm saying? And even the Most High said in his words too. He said, he had made the wicked for the day of evil. For the day of evil. So, you know, they day coming. But it's up to us that who was given the law, statutes, and commandments. And the only nation that was given the law, statutes, and commandments were Israelites. The Most High said it best. He gave it to Jacob and Israel. He have not dealt so with any other nation. He have not dealt so with any other nation. So, but they have taken our history book and turned it into a religious book. And in the beginning, it was never a religious book. But not only have they turned it into a religious book, they have made it into $1 billion business. $1 billion business. practical knowledge, they had turned it into a religious book and made it into a billion-dollar business. But, the Most High gonna have the last word with that. The Most High gonna have the last word with that. So I'm going to some more. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. 38 and 4. That's even down to another. Okay, let me say this here. Living a lawless life, you have some people that don't want to even deal with doctors, that don't want to go to a doctor, but it's a law for that. It's a law for that. And growing up, I have times that I have seen my father, my mother, she would have to make, and my father had the best insurance that you could have. He was a master welder. And my father would be in pain, you know what I'm saying? Like, might have a little toothache, something like that. Like, certain things that was wrong with him, my mother would have to make him go. But was my father wasn't in the truth, but he knew about it. He knew about it. I mean, he never really talked to me about it, you know. My father, he from out the Bronx, but he knew about it. But my mother would had to make him go. And in the end result, he was better. He was better. But it took me, I didn't understand that because the only thing I could think of, my father, he didn't like no devil, male or female. I mean, no type of care in the world, no filter for them, no nothing. That was the first man I ever seen talk bad to them. And I'm talking when I was a little dude. Like I still remember this to this day. I was like about 8. I mean, talk bad to this to this devil. Talk bad to his wife. I mean, call her all kind of bees. But they was in the wrong. They was in the wrong. But that day they got what they deserved. But by me coming into the truth, I didn't know this. And when I came across this precept, one of the brothers in the school gave me this precept, and I was like, wow, it made me think about my father. It really made me think about my father. And it did. But like I said, in the end result, my father, world's greatest insurance. So they seen him through. Whatever's wrong, they took care of it. But when you live in and my father, he was somewhat in the world. He was somewhat in the world. But like I said, I'm gonna give up this precept because it just made me think about my father. But it's something that you need, and it's people that when they be living this lawless life, they don't want to heed to this. They don't. They don't. When you look at Ecclesiastes chapter 38 and verse 1, it says, honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which ye may have of him, for the Lord hath created him. For the Lord hath created him. That's why I say this right here made me think about my father, because my father was a type, he would not go to no doctor. But my mother used to make him, and like I said, was greatest insurance. Verse 2, for the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. And I'm going to go to verse 4. It says, for the Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. So my father, he just laid back, but he just was the type that he just didn't trust the devil. He didn't. He didn't. And me being in the truth, I get it. Because even the Most High said, never trust thy enemy. He said, as iron rusted, so will his trust. So I kind of can see my father, having a little setback like that. I never really sat down and talked to my father. Why did he feel like that? But I get it. I get it because these people are the wickedest people on the face of this earth. Let me give you another. Select Proverbs. Okay, this right here is this right here falls into living a lawless life. I forgot to mention this, like smoking weed, cigarettes, uh, doing crack. This right here is living a lawless life too. I forgot to mention that. I forgot to mention that. And a lot of people. That's why we say here in the ISUPK and the Commander Honor that the so-called white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, because he will make smoking weed like it's a recreation, like it's comfortable to do. I mean, they even have like a holiday. I want to say that's a national holiday. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I think it go by the name of 420 or something like that. Like I want to say it's a national holiday. But once again, me coming in the ISUPK under Commander General Hunter, found out that smoking weed was a sin. But don't get it wrong. A lot of people like to say weed is a herb, which it is. It's just that how you take it, how you partake it. There's nothing wrong with, say, boiling it, putting it in a tea. But a lot of people, they use it for municipal. You might not be saying the word right, but medicinal uses. You know what I'm saying, for like body aches, and uh I'm gonna say it stops the pain for some people that have cancer, but it's how you use it. You know what I'm saying? Like some people they'll boil it, put it in a tea. Some people make brownies, cookies, things of that nature. There's nothing wrong with that. It is nothing wrong with that. It's when you roll it up, put a fire on the end. Uh Here's a precept. Here's a precept. When you look at Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 26, they said, he that laboreth for himself. Because you're going to go to work. I have known some people, look, when I was in the world, I did it. When I say did it, hey, man, listen, Smokey on Friday had nothing on me, man. So when I was, like a real roster, like I stayed with Smoke on me, but it was times that, I mean, like let me say this here, and I'm gonna keep it 100. I had a job, always kept a couple of dollars in my pocket. But if I spent my last, I still had a way to work. I get my Metro card, like plus I had food. But like say if I had like $20, $30, like yeah, I go get me a bag. But I had a way to work. I didn't I wasn't going without a junkie move, yeah. But I still went to work the next day. Still, I was just a functional addict. But yeah, I will spend my last. I thought that I was balancing it, but I didn't because still, yet I was feeling and didn't know it. So it says in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 26, he that laboreth for himself. So yeah, I was laboring for myself. Cause I was taking my money, I was doing the most. Doing the most. It say for his mouth craveth it of him. Yeah. In my mind, I had to have it, listening to that voice. Man, look, man, you know we gotta get high, man. Come on. Yeah. But this is a thing of truth. Coming in the ISU became a commander Jimmy Hunter. I stopped. Stop. I mean, I stopped. Like, that's why I say being in the ISU became a commander Jimmy Hunter, the thing that you were doing in the world, you're not gonna keep doing that. You have a different spirit when you come in the ISUPK. It's a different spirit on you. You're not gonna be doing the things that you was going hard out in the world doing. No, that's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. Because once you take on this spirit of truth, nah, you're gonna be feeling like, this not for me no more. It's not. But here's the kicker though, to the smoking the weed part. When you look at verse 27, it says that an ungodly man diggeth up evil, and in his lips there is a burning fire. In his lips there is a burning fire. So it's no it's no getting around that. You know, a lot of people like to sit and say, yo, but it's a herb. It's a yeah, it is. It is. It is. But when you put that fire on the end, guess what you got now? You have a burning herb. You have a burning herb. So it's no need for you to do, but once again, it goes back to this here. They're not going to tell you this in Christianity. You're not going to get this. You're not going to get this in Christianity. You're not. They have you thinking that, yo, you can do whatever, you know? But the one thing that they tell you in Christianity, you come as you are. So by you coming as you are, they ain't doing nothing for you. So how you came, that's how you gonna leave, if not worse. If not worse. You know, a lot of people think that Christianity has done so much for them, but you still sinning because you still partake in the things that is of the world. You still partake in the things that is of this world. You still do. Uh, so these are some of the things that you can do to stop living a lawless life. And what I'm about to read, you will never hear this in Christianity because Christianity has them stated that the laws are done away with. That the laws are done away with. So they basically telling you that you could just keep sinning. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me when they say that the laws are done away with. That's why it's easy for them to say, uh, come as you are. Because if you don't know no better, oh, it's crazy. You know, they be thinking that in Christianity, that when they say that Christ died for your sins, they think that it's all right to go and sin because now you have how can I say this? Now you have okay, okay, Christ died for my sins, so now I can just do whatever. That's how Christianity have you thinking that it's all right to sin. But when you look at First Peter, uh, First Peter chapter 1 and verse 13, it say, "Wherefore gird up your loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace." For the grace, the word grace is like grace is like a period of time. It's like a time lapse. Like you got so much time to do this, so much time to do that. Grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Jesus Christ of Yahweh. So this is the revealing. Revelation means revealing, revealing of Yahweh. And you will get the revealing of Yahweh here in the Bible. Here in the Bible. So verse 14, it says, as obedient children, as obedient children. A child that is disciplined, well disciplined. They say, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust in your ignorance. The things that you were doing once in the world, the things that you were doing once in the world. But once you have them came and have them been taught the law, statutes, and commandments, you're not going to be going back doing the ignorance. You're not going to be going back doing the things that you used to do. Because now you're going to see that, wow, where was I prospering from that? I didn't gain nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you done came into the truth, it's like your spirit just stepped out of you and it showed you that, yo, this what you was doing. This how you was looking. This what you was doing in the world. And you think back, you was like, what? No. Man, there's no way I was doing that. The only thing you could do is be like this right here. Man, I hope nobody ain't see me. And just ask the Most High for forgiveness and repent. Turn away from that. Verse 15, but as he which have called you is holy, coming into the truth, you know who called you. You know who called you. So be ye holy. There's nothing wrong with being separate. Separate yourself from this world. Separate yourself from the foolishness that you was doing. You know, it's a proverb that says, as a dog returns to his vomit, so a fool will return to his foolishness. So the Most High is telling you to be holy. Be holy as he is holy. He say, but As he which have called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation. In all manner of conversation. So if you be holy in all manner of conversation, because the more that you talk crazy, you're gonna keep doing crazy. The more that you talk foolish, you're gonna keep doing foolish. So if you have a separate conversation from that, then your conversation will be about this right here. Your conversation will be telling your brother that, hey, listen, brother, you can't do this, you can't do that. Hey, sis, sis, don't do that. Do it like this here. This is what the Most High say do. You'll know how to talk to your kids. You'll know how to deal with your neighbor. You'll know how to deal with your brother, your sister. You'll know how to deal with all family members. You'll know how to deal with people outside of family. You'll have a different conversation. So now, when people see that you have a different conversation, they'll be like, wow, this brother ain't what he used to be. So now, their approach, it won't be the same because they know they're not going to get the same reaction. They're not going to get the same conversation. They're not going to get the same conversation. And that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because by you having a different conversation, it won't look like insanity no more. It won't. It will not look like insanity. A lot of people don't even know what insanity is. You know? People just keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. And, you that's crazy. But I'm gonna shed some light on something. This is something that you can do too to stop living a lawless life. And there's nothing wrong with that, because once you come into the truth, a lot of people like to say this right here, yo, you've been brainwashed. But you know something that you could tell people? Man, you should try washing your brain too. You should try washing your brain, you know, because if you look funny to them, when you come into the truth, imagine how funny they look to you. I look back on the things I used to do and the things I used to say, oh man, I thank the Most High for saving me. I thank the Most High for saving me, for bringing me out of this crazy, idiotic world. I don't see how people can keep doing, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's insanity, man. You keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. But you keep doing the same thing, you're gonna keep getting the same results. It's no way around it. There's no way around it. But when you look at James chapter 4, and you start at verse 7, it says, submit yourselves, therefore, to God. Submit yourself to the Most High. Say, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. He will flee from you. He will flee from you. Take yourself up out of this world. Get yourself up out of this world. The Most High said it best in 1 John 2:15. Love not the world nor the things that is of this world. For if any man love the world, he's an enemy of God. I didn't even know what that was until I came into this truth. I was so far gone in the world. I was so far gone in the world till I was lost. Qatar. Shalom, Lord in Christ. Hey, thanks for checking in. Hey, for all y'all that checking in, if y'all still in this class, hey, hit the like button, subscribe, and share this class, man. Share this class. We got to keep this truth going. We got to keep this truth going, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep this truth going. But I'm going to go on to verse 8. Verse 8 say, draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. Listen, you cannot draw close to the Most High by going into Christian churches. You cannot. Only thing you're going to do, keep going in that church, man, you're going to end up in the poorhouse. Because every time you turn around, you got to give this, you got to do this, you got to do that. Well, a lot of people be searching and looking for the truth, and they think it's in Christianity, and it's not. It's not. Yeah, I know Big Mama was going there. But we got to say this here. Big Mama was following what she thought was right. Because if you really look at Big Mama and see what Big Mama got going on, Big Mama got a picture of Caesar Borgia in her house. Big Mama, deep down inside, she really thinks Caesar Borgia is Christ. But more and more people are waking up, though. More and more people are really waking up. And the ISUPK is growing. It is growing. It is growing like wildfire. It is growing. And there's nothing wrong with, because for those that have came into the truth, when you done sat down and you done heard the words of the Most High for your first time, only thing you can say, man, I never heard this in the church. I never heard this in the church. And as long as I've been going to the church, I never heard this in the church. And it's kind of hard to go back and reach family members. But you know how you reach them? If this your first time being in the truth, you stay in this truth. You keep going in this truth. Because guess what? They gonna see, wow, whatever he's doing, he's changed. And they be looking for us to fall. They be looking for failure in us. But they're not gonna get that, because the Most High done called you out of darkness into the light. So it's no way a family member gonna outdo the Most High. That's no, you not. So what the Most High has for you, your family member don't. Now, now the Most High really has your best interest at heart. The Most High knows what's better for us than we even know for ourselves. Ain't nobody out doing the Most High. Verse 9, it say, be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned into mourning and your joy into heaviness. Because you're going to get all of that. You're going to get all of that. All of that, you going, you mourn, you being afflicted and all of that. Yeah, you're going to have to afflict your soul. Yeah, you're going to mourn. You're going to have to afflict your soul and fight them demons that is on you. You're going to mourn because being in this truth, you're going to lose. You're going to lose some loved ones. For the guys, you're going to lose some females that you thought that was some riders, and they said that they was riding with you. Nah, they just said that just to fill in the blanks for that moment. Females, you're going to lose your homegirls that you thought was your besties. You're going to lose some cousins. Your mother, she going to look at you funny. Big mama going to look at, they going to talk about you. They going to talk bad. But you know what? You got to stay in this truth. You're going to It's gonna be some days that you're gonna sit and cry, you're gonna sit and cry. But the Most High gonna reveal what He has in store for you. And it's right here in keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. It's gonna be some mourning, it's gonna be some hurt. It's gonna be some hurt. But in the end, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Verse 10, humble yourselves in the sight of the Most High, and He shall lift you up. This is up and coming prophecy. He shall lift you up. He shall lift you up. Like I say, the Most High know what's best for you. The Most High know what is best for us better than we know for ourselves. We'll sit and we be trying to please people. Just and when I say this here, this is just me. We try to please people that really don't even care about us. Really don't even care about us. Because if you really think that the people that you running with, you hanging around, you really want to know them, tell them no. When they ask you for something, tell them no. And you really gonna see them for who they really is. You really gonna see them for who they really is. You really gonna see that. And you're gonna be like, wow. Mm. You really gonna see who really is really riding with you. But anybody, like if you done came into this truth and they not in this truth, only thing you can do is tell them about the truth. You don't have to force them in here. You can just tell them about it. But once you have done told them about it, now they're gonna sit back and watch you. They're gonna sit back and watch what you do. But the more that you keep striving in this truth and striving for this truth, they're gonna see. And eventually, they're gonna come around. They're gonna come around. They're gonna come around and hey, it'll be a good thing. You know, the angels shall rejoice, as well as the Most High. But a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people think that they can live a lawless life, and little do they know, for people that is not in the ISUBK and the Commanded Junior Honor, little do they know that everything they say is being recorded. Angels are recording. Not only do they record everything you say, they even record your thoughts. They even record your thoughts. So that's why being in the ISUBK and the Community Junior Honor it's a blessing. It's an honor, privilege. I mean, it's the best thing that a person can offer, can give themselves, is by coming in here. But whoever you lost in the world, you done gained it. It's like, it's almost like, it's like Job. What Job lost, he kind of got that like tenfold. But for the people that you thought that was really with you, that you thought that they was really riding with you, and they wasn't, you're going to get that back in here. You're going to get that back in the ISUPK and the Community Junior Honor. I have lost some family members. Yes. When I say lost, but That what I lost, I got that back. I got that back in here. I got that back in the actually became the committee general. And it's a beautiful thing. But don't think that you can live a lawless life. You know, like I said, you can't serve two masters. Either you're gonna love the one, you're gonna hate the other. So every time that you sitting in front of your favorite seafood dish, every time that you going in this Christian church and it's a first Sunday and they serve a ham in the basement, serving a whole nother master. Every time you call yourself, you standing in front of a birthday cake, you talking about you blowing out, and they telling you to make a wish. You're serving another master. Uh, you sitting up, you got kids. You sitting up talking about you dying eggs. That's why I'm glad the Most High raised the prices on the eggs. For real. I need to stop with that. Serving another master. You want to celebrate your significant other. Talking about Valentine's Day. Serving another master. So you know you really can't live a lawless life, and keeping the law, statutes, and commandments is not hard. Come on, it's not. It's not hard. It's not hard. You make it hard by doing what you want to do instead of doing what the Most High said do. That's what's making it hard. You can't straddle the fence. You can't. Either you're gonna be all the way in, or you're gonna be all the way out. It's no, nah. That don't work with the Most High. That don't work with the Most High. You know, it's all or nothing with him. It's all or nothing with him. So, you know, with that being said, I know for the brothers and sisters that is in the ICB Canada Community Union, they know what it is. They being taught how to serve the Most High. They are being taught. They being taught keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. They being taught what it is to know what to do. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. There's no in between. There's no in between. So, you know, with that being said, you know, I want to, for everybody that came into the class, man, I thank y'all. I thank y'all for coming into the class. You know, like I said, hit the like button, uh, share, subscribe, and just just know that we're gonna stand in this truth. We're gonna stand in this truth, and we're gonna keep serving the Most High the way He said. You know, and with that being said, I'm gonna give a courtesy salute to my brothers, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shabbarakathon. To my sisters, Yahweh Shemar, Alatham, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, class dismissed.